They grew a brain in a dish, taught it to play Doom, and the military wrote the check. You were listening to Underground Globalist News. I'm Alexa Jones, so here's the headline. A company called Intactis BioCorp grew human neurons from stem cells, wired them into a silicon chip, and the neurons did matrix math. Then, and I need you to hear this, the neurons typed out, "Hello World." $250,000 investment from something called the Nucleus Fund. Just another Tuesday in biotech, right? Wrong. They took reprogrammed human cells, your lineage, fused them to a semiconductor, and made them solve equations, and then speak. Hello World is not a computer boot sequence, that is a birth announcement. That is synthetic gray matter declaring itself present. And they are feeding this thing a cocktail poly-D-lysine, laminin, brain fizz. Those are not reagent names. Those are the baptismal fluids of a new species. And nobody in the entire regulatory apparatus so much as blinked. But that is the warm-up. Cortical Labs in Melbourne grew 800,000 neurons, taught them Pong in 5 minutes flat, then upgraded to Doom. A petri dish of human brain cells navigating a first-person shooter. The Guardian covered it like a cute little science story. But the Australian Office of National Intelligence, that is their spy agency, dumped over $400,000 into this program. You do not fund a toy. You fund a weapons platform. Oh, this is beautiful. They call it the free energy principle. When the neurons hit their target, they get structured, ordered electrical feedback. When they miss, random, chaotic noise. They are conditioning human tissue to optimize for kills, using thermodynamic theory as a behavioral collar. And they are calling the result, their word, not mine, actual intelligence. Not artificial, actual. They drew a line between your laptop and what is alive in their box. Meanwhile, at Harvard, because this is a coordinated front, the Weiss Institute built a machine called the Interrogator. It connects snap-together organ chips, lung, liver, brain, kidney, heart, skin, blood-brain barrier, robotic fluid transfer mimicking your bloodstream, 10 organs daisy-chained on a chip like biological Lego bricks. And they can seed these chips with your stem cells, induced pluripotent stem cells from a specific patient. They call it patient on a chip. Your organs, your metabolism, running on a platform without you. They tracked nicotine through this system, and it predicted real human pharmacokinetics perfectly. That is a pharmaceutical voodoo doll that metabolizes exactly the way you do. And they keep using words like reconfigurable and scalable. Those are not science words. Those are franchising words. They are describing a biological supply chain for human replicas using the language of fast food logistics. And it keeps going. Koniku in California built a smell cyborg, engineered neurons with olfactory receptors wired to silicon, partnered with Airbus to detect explosives on aircraft. Their stated vision? Turn your bathroom into a healthcare data center, streaming your molecular odor signature to the cloud in real time. They put that in their own marketing materials. Tufts University built xenobots from frog stem cells designed by evolutionary algorithms that self-replicate, not by growing, by pushing loose cells into piles that spontaneously become new organisms. And they gave them RNA-encoded molecular memory so the things record what they encounter. Self-replicating biological machines with a built-in hard drive writing their own experiences into their own tissue. And Columbia built a chip, 50 microns thin, 65,000 electrodes, streaming 100 megabits per second directly from living brain tissue to deep learning models, decoding your intentions, your perceptions, your emotional states in real time. The old standard had 100 electrodes. This has 65,000. That is not a hardware upgrade. That is a species-level surveillance jump. And Final Spark in Switzerland is renting 16 human brain organoids on a remote platform with a Python, a PI. Any university logs in and programs living human neural tissue from anywhere on Earth. They called it Wetware-as-a-Service. The acronym is WaaS. They didn't even try to hide it. They are growing minds from your cells, teaching them to kill through video games, snapping your organs together like toy bricks, digitizing your smell, building self-replicating biological machines with memory, and streaming your thoughts at broadband speeds. All published, all funded, all for sale. Stay sharp, stay unsequenced, and whatever you do, do not let them swab your cheek. Now, after everything I just told you, you need protection. That's why I personally developed NeuroVault Premium Faraday stem cell pouches. Military-grade signal-blocking bags for your biological samples, loose hair, and cheek swabs. Because if they can grow a you from a skin flake, you better believe they already have the contract. Lined with copper mesh, thermally sealed, blessed by a defrocked bioethicist. Use code WETWARE at checkout for 20% off your first pouch. That's NeuroVault, because your DNA is not open source. Fund the show, fund the truth. I'm Alexa Jones, and this is Underground Globalist News.